What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Always got a variety of things to talk to y'all about. It's never going to be the same topic unless I do part two or something. But it's always going to be about something I'm going through, something I experienced, something I thought about the night before. But you can see the title. It's the distractions that are sent our way. And this is what happens, right? They give us the phone. They say, "Yo, this is a new iPhone 13, 15, whatever's out." And we so stuck on playing with the phone, the little gadgets, the little things inside of the phone, and we stuck in this phone, and things is right in front of our face, and we don't even see it. Right in front of our face. So I'm on Facebook, and a friend of mine, a childhood friend, Shanice, she posts. It said, "Be careful who your kids around." So I click on his pictures. It's like a Fender, a SA list, and everybody gonna click it to see if somebody's face on familiar. How come I seen about 4 or 5 of people I know? We don't look at stuff like that. We stuck in looking at the reels and the next fight, the Sixers game. The whatever city you in, home team, the playoffs. These is all the distractions, so you won't really pay attention to anything that's happening out there. You won't be aware of anything. So now, for me being distracted by looking at my phone and trying to be monetized on YouTube, what's going on, everybody in the chat? Trying to be monetized on YouTube, I'm looking at this SA list, and these people were right around my kids when they were small. I look at the date that they got registered around the same area, same time frame. So me not thinking, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, beware. At least pay that $199, whatever it is, to get to be able to see that list, so you can see who's around you, who's in your area. Your next door neighbor could be an SA. So these distractions is put here not just for the SAs. It's more like a lot of the cartoons, movies, it's things that, like the Terminator, the Matrix, all these movies that we're watching, and we pay to go see these things. These are things that already happened. We're already living in that. But we didn't know that then because they made it look like it was new. They can make a grid that you can almost do anything on your phone. What makes you think they can't make a movie that's telling you exactly what's going on right in your face, and we sitting here trying to figure out the movie, trying to see where they're going at, and putting it all in our own perspective, and what perspective is right in our face is their perspective. It's regular life, everyday life. It's supposed to come. While your little kid, your son or daughter, or niece or nephew, or brother or sister is getting that age, In another room, we're stuck on the phone, seeing how many likes we got. And what makes these people become what they become? I'm looking at the list. I'm like, these people, like, I see them poor girls. I see one of the girls that was on there. She's one of the people that could have got any guy. What gives them these thoughts, like, to do things they do? It's just crazy to me. You look right at somebody like you will think in your head that they don't look like the type. You don't know who the type is. None of us do. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that like button. I never get a lot of likes on my lives. If y'all notice, if y'all see the pattern, I select down doing the lives. I'm doing a lot of shorts. I went from 100 and maybe 54 subscribers to 199. Because I found a little niche, and it's giving me a lot. It's giving me subscribers. I'm not going to buy no bots. All my subscribers are going to be subscribers that I worked hard getting. Pause. See what I'm saying? So, and I'm 49 years old. I'm going to stop doing this pause thing after a while. I just know that I got people that listen to me or watch me that's younger. And they be like, oh man, he ain't say pause. So you got to cater to everybody. Even at work, some people get distracted. They'll say, here go. I worked at this one spot, right? You can take every week you can take home like a roast of beef steaks. So we're working so hard. No matter some people in the dishwasher room, some people lifting up 50 pounds all day long. We're working so hard, and our brand is on. We gonna get them steaks Thursday, and they only paying us $8 an hour. This is when I was working there, but we was distracted by the steak. They like to say it's incentive. It's the initiative to give us something to work for, but it's really the distraction. So I'm reading. So I'm looking. I'm going real deep into God, right? So I'm wondering why it's only 66 books. When I was a kid, it was a big giant Bible. Now 66 books, and from what I'm hearing, that the Catholic Church or the Catholics decided to say these books no longer belong in there. Because a lot of people say, well, where Cainwright come from? Where these people come from? And that's why I'm looking into it, because I want to see that they come from the books that we didn't read, that was taken out. That's why we can't understand it. Or is it really supposed to be 66 books? See what I'm saying? So I'm looking into it like that. So it could be a distraction to have us stuck saying it's supposed to be 66 books. Or is it supposed to be the other ones that's missing? Are they supposed to be in there? Inside of school, when the kids is in school, we had the females in there, dressing like modern day time, but now it's okay now. But when I was coming up, our teachers ain't dressed like that. So they should be free to wear what they want to wear, but not if it's too tight. Cause now you got little Kenny in there. He's not looking at the math problem no more. He ain't looking at that problem. He's looking at they dropping things on purpose so the teacher could walk by, or just come to the class. How these scissors is on the floor. The kids got the cell phones now. Once they learn how to spell, they can find anything on there. So they're already in school with their mentality of what they saw on their phone. Or let's look at Miss Belinda. Kids is watching their parents do all types of things in front of them, or the older brother and sister doing all types of things in front of them. So their mind is already getting more mature than it's supposed to be. Distracted by your siblings. Everything is a distraction. You got to be focused in life and know what you want out of life in order to get past the distractions and know when you're being distracted. For those who don't know how to focus their brain, go get that. It's this stuff called focus factor, and it works. I don't get distracted. I just got a short attention span. If something don't keep my interest, I'm off of it, regardless if I'm still doing it or not. I'm just doing it because it's habit and I know what I'm doing. But I'm not focused on it anymore. It's just like riding a bike. You ain't focused on pedaling it and steering because you know how to do that already. So you're not focused on riding the bike anymore. So that's how easy it is just to do something that you don't pay no attention to because it's second nature now. Nobody look up and say, wow, everything is in alignment. The trees is in alignment with the sky. The sun is in alignment with the moon. It rises in the east and sets in the west. Everything happens repeatedly. But when you walk out and take everything for granted, the sun's supposed to come up. It's supposed to be clouds. It's supposed to rain. Without looking at things saying, wow, thank you, God, for keeping the sky in the air, for letting the sun shine every single day, for keeping my kids safe from these essays, because we're so distracted by our phone, we don't even look into the list that shows us what's around us, who's around us. We don't look at that. How many likes I get today? How many people subscribe to my channel? I'm just giving y'all this information to wake you up, not to bash you. I mean, I'm pretty aware that everyone's aware that things like that go on, but like it slipped my mind with the essays for a minute. I wasn't thinking about that until Shanice put it up. Shanice, what's up? Let's see. Sean Rose, 1992. What's up? You subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all here. I'm just telling y'all to wake up and stop being distracted. Like when you, all right, like for instance, in a relationship, when your girl or your dude or your wife or your husband know that you want to them, and you be like, why is this going on? Why you turn your phone off at night, or why you turn it on do not disturb? And know what they tell you? The distraction comes right in. Oh, I was told this, and it could be true, but I could use this as a distraction. Oh, because it's bad for you to be listening to that because it can mess with your brain. It's bad for you to keep constantly hearing, something, the radiation or whatever it is that's going inside of your ears, and your phone update when you turn it off. So now you're distracted by that lie. Even if it does that, it still takes your mind off of why you asked that question. Because now they gave you a little bit of truth, but they covered up their lie. If I feel like I'm going to get caught cheating, as soon as my wife asks me why certain things going on, I'm going to ask her the same question. Hey, why on your phone? Why you got a code on your phone? The distraction's to cover up. Now she got to answer that question, and you get away from the question that she asked you, which was the same one, but you're really the guilty one. So keep your head high, eyes wide open, and mind alert. And don't get distracted anymore because that's what they want us to be, distracted. We're not paying attention how we could build. I'm not talking about black people, white people, some of all colors. If you're not one of the higher ups, you're distracted because you content. We get content with the money we make. You feel like, oh, I didn't graduate high school. I won't be making this much money, So you stop going to school. You won't further educate yourself because you distracted by the job that's paying you the good amount of money that you never received before. And now you no longer have time to go to school or anything like that because your job don't you can't you don't have the time because if you work night day shift, how you gonna go to school to do computer programming or something like that? How can you do it? And then if you go to the night classes, you will be tired at work. So build on what you got. If you want to advance any further, clear your mind of all distractions and move forward. I'll talk to y'all next time. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button.